of stories about the crazed bridezilla who makes the process a real nightmare.
But what happens when it's not the bride, but it's a groomzilla who is wreaking havoc on the beautiful occasion?
Oh my goodness. Well, we would like to welcome to the show today Ryan Larson, founder of Savoir Faire Wedding Coordinating.
Thank you, Ryan!
Thank you for having me.
Now, Ryan, you've been planning weddings for like 17 years, right?
Yes.
But you said you've only noticed the groomzilla phenomenon recently. Is that so?
It is. It is. I mean, it's crazy because I think I try to pinpoint why that is, and I'm not exactly sure, but I definitely have noticed it more recent. Now, more recent meaning like the last 5 to 8 years, I'd say. I've been doing this 17 years. So, but I do think that some of it has to do with we want everything nowadays to be Instagrammable. Ooh. I really, really think it has something to do with it. Maybe I think about this too much, but truly, if you think about it, we even know that, like, for instance, when they find a venue, they want it to be a venue that looks Instagrammable. Is this gonna be something that my friends are gonna think looks worthy enough for a like or hopefully a comment, right? Because they all want a lot of likes. And I think that the grooms have gotten into that mode as well, and so things mean more. Yeah. I mean, definitely we can say that there's more modern relationships today, and so they are sharing the responsibility of planning the wedding more than they used to, and they used to leave the wedding planning just to the brides, and so I think that's part of it. But I also think social media plays a part, that they always are thinking, well, what am I posting? And
well, there was a time, right, where when people got married, they would meet in a field and the community would come by and you bring 5 plates and a chair.
Pies. Well, what time was this? What time was this, Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm? Like, what are you, Laura Ingalls Wilder over here? What are you talking about?
I'm going to tell you something.
They would trade. They'd get a horse and a goat.
Yes.
Honestly,
and that was
it sounds
the wedding.
kind of nice.
Well, here's my thing. It's like, I'm not to disparage this process, but don't you think that, and I'm not saying you don't plan your wedding, you don't you don't get to have something beautiful, but I feel like people have put a lot of onus on this day.
Well, I'm really interested in this groomzilla thing, okay? Like, because I need to understand what makes a groomzilla.
Well, I want to answer that, but to that point, here's my take on that. I think people think too much about the wedding and not about the marriage, and I think
that's true. There's that whole thing that's after.
Absolutely, and I think that ties into the groomzilla thing as well, right?
Yes,
the whole after. The whole thing we're doing this for, right?
Like the life part.
Yeah, and sometimes when I see a groomzilla, I'm thinking to myself, is this girl thinking about the marriage or just the wedding? Like, she wants the wedding? Because, like, this guy is not so nice. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
what are some examples? Do you have any that you can tell without, like...
I mean, dish.
You know I'm a wedding planner in Los Angeles, so there's high-profile events I can't speak about, but I can tell you about some of the regular folks. But I had this groom who was just so hell-bent on having, can I say that on TV? Yeah. On having the flowers that he wanted. He was just so specific. He had to have those flowers in those colors, and he was going to get what he wanted. And his little meek bride sat there at the floral meeting and was like, I'd really like to have the... Nope. Just shut her down and the whole thing. And she's got tears. Aww. One of them dropped, welled up, and she just sat there silently while he was just forceful about those flowers. And I thought to myself, like, first of all, really the flowers shouldn't mean that much on both sides, hers or his, that you're not thinking about what the other person wants and trying. But I think that the biggest thing I find with groomzillas is that they're not respectful of their girl. They're not respectful. And it's...
Here's my question. Is it really the bride's day?
Anymore.
So many people anymore.
I think that was the sort of...
That used to be the thing, right?
I don't think so. The way I look at it, quite honestly, is that it's the whole family's day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a special
the village.
day.
In your
the village,
for sure. I mean, they brought pies. Come on.
Shire. It's the Shire's day.
I know what you're saying about that.
I'm just trying to say.
But I also had a groom who was trying to walk out on his bride, and I know exactly what he was doing, as much as he tried to hide it. But the moment where we call it the first look, the first time they see each other. We shoot it now. It used to be they'd first see each other when they walked down the aisle, but usually we do a first look. Anyways, I got the bride with her bouquet, and she's so excited, and she's behind a corner. And I go, okay, your groom is coming out here in just a second. And I go back to where the groom was 2 seconds before, and he's not there. I look all over. I walk up a hill. I walk up a hill. Okay, I mean, I looked everywhere. And I found him standing in front of a dumpster, this far from a dumpster, just staring at the dumpster.
Wow.
And, you know, he was trying to walk out, but point is, he ended up marrying her. I didn't say anything, it's not my place. And then he proceeded to give like a 15-minute toast about himself, almost to himself. The weirdest. Wow. And I was like, run for the hills.
Wow. You know what? Is it wrong as a guest to give a divorce lawyer card at the wedding?
Just slip it on in.
Just etiquette-wise, I'm asking because you know.
Card.
Ladies, I've had 3 meetings where I went home, I said to my husband, no way in a million years will these people make it. Wow. I knew for sure all 3 of those couples, 6 months. They lasted 6 months.
Dang.
Respect.
So we're going to come to you to
see
know.
The respect.
Oh, thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Me Time with Frangela.